Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. Today is podcast number 2.
We are going to be speaking about the gyms and the benefits of going to a gym. We put a poll up on our Instagram and a lot of people wanted to see us talk about the gyms and how it helps you with your life.
So today guys, obviously we're going to be talking about the gym. Me and Billy come from very different backgrounds when it comes to exercise and that sort of thing. I'm going to be speaking from a fitness instructor's point of view, so from what I see on the floor, to the do's and don'ts of the gym, sort of the unwritten rules.
And I'll be talking about the boxing life of a gym, same as Sam said, the do's and the don'ts. So yeah, let's get into today's episode.
I think the first thing we should talk about is a sort of like one of the unwritten rules. It's not really an unwritten rule, it's just something that like can be very off-putting in the gym. I find people that grunt after every single lift very
it's off-putting.
It's off-putting. It's annoying. I mean, it's annoying when it's continuous. If it's like like 1 or 2, it's fine, you're lifting heavy weight. But if you just do it continuously throughout every lift, then it's almost like you just want to walk away and like
try and find a new area.
You're
not gonna get put off. I understand that. That's like in boxing, you only get grunts or something like that is when you're hitting the boxing bag. After your exercise, you're going the bag for like 20 minutes and you're tired and you just want to hammer the bag. So you do get people like that, but I see it from my point of view, it's not really an off-put because everyone in the gym's doing it, so it's like you're not paying attention to it. You're only paying attention to yourself. But I get where you're coming from when you're in the gym and you wanna pump and you're just there, you're getting ready, then you hear it and you're like, oh, it just sort of puts you off, I guess. So, I understand where you're coming from.
I mean, it's not annoying when you're just sat there like in the breaks between sets and stuff. It's very much when you're about to start a set or about to start, say, a one rep max, like PB lift, and you're in your setup, you're getting ready, you're psyching yourself up. You've even got your music playing, and
you'll always suddenly be able to hear it. Because your music, if you're listening to bass drop music and you're lifting, it's always a coincidence when the music is about to drop.
And it goes,
you'll hear it.
Like it just like quietens off a little bit, and then it'll grunt, and you'll be like, and then you got to start the song again. Because in the gym, from my experience, if I'm lifting heavy, I always listen to the same 2 or 3 songs. Because the drop, I don't know what it is. It's just a drop.
It's probably like you just like listening to that sort of certain song. I guess, and you don't really want to change it. It helps you. So,
well, there is a science behind it. So, music it's been proven to help you in the gym and like focus you more.
Because you can't really hear anything around you.
No. So you're very much in your own head at that point.
I get that. But you don't really have music in a boxing gym. Don't get me wrong, you can play it, but I just feel like it's not good because from my experience when fighting, like I say to everyone, when I'm running with friends or whatnot, don't get me wrong, now and again I'll run with music playing, but my saying is, why should you listen to music when if you're in a boxing ring, there isn't going to be music playing around?
You've got the distraction of the crowd.
Exactly,
like that.
Because you got to think of it when you're running and you got to hear yourself controlling your breathing. It's the same in the boxing ring. You can hear yourself and you got to think, right, I'm tired now, I've got to control this. Same as a run, I'm tired, I've got to control what I'm doing, and it helps. Don't get me wrong, I do like listening to music when I'm out and that, like running, but I sort of like think, right, Billy, you got to have like maybe 1 run with it and 2 runs not. So I've got to like help myself and shit, so it's quite long.
It's fair enough. I think another written rule that you should do when you're in the gym is wiping down your equipment after. I know at the moment, if recently, if you've been in a gym, it is almost mandatory that you wipe and sanitize all your stuff down due to the obviously COVID-19. But even before that, wiping down your equipment, once you've been sweating on the equipment and stuff like that, It's really not nice for someone else to come over and just see a puddle of sweat, say on a bench press or on the floor where you're squatting and stuff like that. Because one, on a bench press, you're laying down, your head's where their head was. It's not nice at all if you're laying in someone's sweat. And in a squat, there are, like, if people that know how to squat properly, they're either going to have squat shoes on, or if they're not going to have shoes on at all. Like, personally, I squat without shoes on. It's just my preference. It's just the way I do it. Like, it's not nice if you're going to then stand in someone's sweat. It's grim. To say the least.
Well, at my boxing gym, my last boxing gym, that's what happened. Like, when you're in and it's all the body heat, it conducts, doesn't it? Obviously, so everything, it gets like a moisture to it. Like the mirrors, it's literally you can't see. The floor is slippery because obviously when you're training, you're hitting and you're doing stuff, you're dripping. But yeah, we would just mop the floor, wipe the mirrors, we leave the windows open, of course, to let as much of it out. But I get what it's just nice to feel like you're working on a clean area. And it's just better, I guess. So
it's like, I'm going to be really off topic now, but like, say you're relating it to a takeaway, you're going to want them washing like their like work surface down between each order, because you don't know what's been on there, especially if you've got an allergy or something. Say you got a nut allergy and one order's got peanut sauce in it or something like that, and the next one,
you get a bit in your food.
You're going to want it wiping down. It's very much the same. You're not going to want to be picking up the germs from someone else's sweat and then having it on your body. It's not nice. I know that you should shower after the gym, but there are a lot of people that don't. Just get in a car, go home.
No, of course. I feel like I was made, when I was like saying with football, I used to play a decent football. Every Saturday after the football match, we was made to shower. Some people didn't like it, but it was just, you had to do it. And it's just a nice feeling after a game of football, or like you've been to the gym or you've been boxing, you just want to feel clean. You don't want to just jump straight in your car and feel dirty. It's just so unhygienic as well. It's like, why do you want to make yourself stink or be sweating still? You don't know how long you got till you get home. It could be an hour. So it's just, if like the facility's got a shower, just use it. It's not hard. Just take some shampoo and shower gel, you're sorted, really. It's just,
even if you forget to have your take shower gel and stuff, even just washing the sweat off.
No, of course, it's a lot better than fucking stinking of sweat. But
I think another thing people are very conscious of in the gym is people staring. I don't know if you get it in the gym a lot. Do you look like?
I think if you know someone's better than you or you're better than them, I feel like people would stare. Like, if someone was better than me, I'd only stare to look what they're doing and try and improve myself. I wouldn't be like staring at him and be like, oh yeah, he's rubbish, or I'm better than him. I'd only be like, I'd look and think, all right, I'm gonna try and do that myself. But like when I'm hitting bags and stuff, I don't mind if people want to watch me or stare at me. Let them. I don't mind. It's, I think, a good thing. They're staring at you. They're stopping what they're doing to look at what you're doing. If anything, so let them crack on with it. I'm not too bothered, mate.
I think in the gym it's very much more as like, I get where people come from saying that they're staring at you, they're gonna judge you. But in the gym, like, people are so psyched at what they're doing in their own head, that they may be looking in the direction, but they're not actually staring at you. They're just sort of like zoned out, pumping up to hit the next lift or something like that. And I get where people where it is generally women, and I'm not being sexist at all, but it is generally women that say, "Oh, men stare at me," and you do get some weirdos that do stare, but most of the time, I'd say 90% of the time, it's people are just getting on with what they're doing. No one cares what you're doing in the gym. Everyone's trying to get better at the same thing. You've got to start somewhere.
No, of course.
Like, you can't just, like, no one just starts playing in the Premier League. They obviously
No,
start
that's-
somewhere else, don't they? They
yeah.
start down like
League 1, League 2.
yeah, or even in the academies and stuff like that. You're never going to be put straight on Chelsea's first team without touching a football.
No, that's
Are you?
that's a thing to talk about as well for boxing. You can't go straight into a gym and think you're the best,
Yeah,
because if you do that, you're just gonna get yourself hurt at the end of the
Yeah,
day.
yeah.
So imagine, like, if you come into a gym, you've never done boxing in your
No,
life,
no.
and you wanted to spar me or spar one of my gym mates, and you're like, yeah, going for it, like trying to take their head off. They're just gonna take your head off, and you're
Yeah.
gonna feel like, oh, why has he done that? And
Yeah.
it's just because you've gone into that gym thinking you're the top dog.
yeah.
when
Mr.
you're
Big
not.
Bollocks.
Yeah,
yeah.
you got, like you're saying, you got to work your way up. You're at the bottom of the food chain, and you got to be the lion at the top.
Yeah, it is very much the same in the gym. You start lifting small weights, and all you have to do is look up like body transformations, and in like 6 months to a year, you can go from being, especially in my instance, in my sort of gym, you can go from being like a twig almost to being quite big. Like, you can grow some serious muscle growth in 6 months to a year, and people say, no, you're not going to do that, they're not going to do that, and they're going to knock you saying, oh yeah, you're using steroids, you're using this, using that.
You're always going to get that, though. You're always going to get doubters and haters, but that's where you got to block that out.
Yeah.
Like, with boxing, I think people are like, oh, how long would you be training for a fight then? And they're going to probably expect you to say, oh, a year. But no, like, as soon as you're training, you're getting a proper diet, you're training 6 days a week hard. It only takes, I say,
Couple months?
no, not even that, 6 to 8 weeks to
Really?
get in shape, in good shape, because you got to think about it. You're dieting, you're doing your road works, then you're going to the gym. So if you think about it, your body's getting what it needs. Like, don't get me wrong, when I first started boxing, I would only just go to the gym and still eat crappy food and think, oh, why is this not working? Then I changed gym, then I got told, you're not dieting, and I'm like, what's that? I had no clue on what to do, and they're like, right, they wrote me something out, weeks and weeks, it pays off.
Yeah.
And you start seeing it, and it's very nice. When you start seeing success, it's the best feeling ever.
Yeah, I mean, if you're ever in a gym, right, and you need help, honestly, just go up and ask. Like, the people that work in there are there for you. You don't have to struggle.
Don't feel embarrassed.
Yeah. Don't feel embarrassed to come up to one of us. We all started somewhere, and just because we can like exercise for like 2-3 hours, like lifting heavy weights, doesn't mean you can't. You've just got to like almost drop, if you might have to drop the weights down, or like you might have to do some preparation before you get there. And we can always give you the best advice, because we are qualified. Like, we do have, like, from my
that's your
point of
job,
view,
isn't it,
we
really?
we have to do qualifications. Like, we're not just someone that stands there like thinks we know about the gym. Like, we generally do. And yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it is like, if you don't live and breathe the gym,
If you don't live the life out of the gym, it's not going to work.
no. But yeah, if you don't live and breathe the gym, you're not like, it's not going to come naturally to you.
You're wasting your time.
Yeah. But I mean, you can take it simple at the start. You can do little bits. You don't have to come to the gym for 4 hours.
Yeah, you don't have to
think
go
you're going to
flat
burn
out.
1,000 calories. Like, that's not what it's about. It's about improving yourself. If you come out of the gym like feeling like you've done the best you can, and you feel like you're a better person for it, then that's worked. The gym is not just to make your body look good or for you to lose weight. It's like mentally, it's your mental health as well.
That's what I was going to talk about, like the benefits of going to the gym.
Yeah.
If anything, like you could be depressed and being at home thinking, oh, I'm no good, I'm useless. You sign up to the gym, you meet new people.
Yeah.
It's like you're learning something. In your eyes, it's weights. In my eyes, it's a skill, boxing.
Yeah.
And when you're hitting the bag, when you're lifting the weights, it's a lot of relief. It's coming out, and it makes you feel good in yourself.
It does. There is science behind it, but it is very much a how would you say, it's weird. You can exercise and
enjoy it.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
people think that
Exercising's the worst thing. Why do I want to do
like
this?
you're gonna feel crap after. Like you can like you may be sweaty, you may be like hot. It might be hard to breathe for for 15 minutes,
but-
right? But you'll feel better at the end of it, and your day will be better. That's why the busiest time in the gym is the morning.
Yeah.
Because people get up, they go to the gym, they start their day off like feeling better about themselves, and then they go off to work, right? And I've spoken to people, and they generally do say if you work out in the morning, you have a better day for it.
Of course. It's like with running. I don't get me wrong, I don't enjoy it, but when I get up in the morning, I'll get up about 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, go for a run. It clears your mind. It sets you for the day.
Yeah.
Then it's if you say like, oh, I'll go later. Then that time comes, you're like, no, I'll go later.
Yeah.
Then it's sort of like you're just putting it out there that you're not interested. But I feel like with running, especially, like if you've got things on your mind, it just clears it. And especially if you've got mates that are actually interested in doing it with you, you can't beat it, really.
No,
I
you
guess.
can't. And that's the thing, like in the gym, you see people train on their own and they're training hard. If you need that little push with someone that's going to be there, like spotting a lift or something, or even if it's just to make you feel comfortable, right?
Yeah.
It will change your life, really.
Cool.
Like once you've started exercising properly, right, and you sort of get used to it, you'll never look back. Like you never stop exercising. Like you might get injured or something and you stop for
That's
6
part of
weeks,
it, though.
8 weeks.
That's life. You take thingy. You
take the risk.
You take the risk of getting hurt, but you know in your body, in your mind, you've done that to benefit yourself.
Yeah.
It's like if with sparring, if you hurt yourself, you can't sit there and cry about it. You know you're getting hit. You got to think, right, if I get a black eye or my nose is popped, you're not going to sit there and be like, no, don't hit me no more, don't hit me no more. You can't do that.
No.
That's what you signed up for.
Yeah.
And it is a tough sport.
Yeah. I mean, any sport's going to be tough, innit?
No, of
until you're like at a standard where you can almost go out, do it by yourself, know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Like you can almost give people advice. You're still learning. Like I've been a fitness instructor now for 4 years, right?
Yeah.
And I'm still learning. Every time I go to the gym, I learn something new.
Yeah, you're not gonna
like whether it's a different type of rep range to target like a different type of like training, or if it's like a new technique of say a squat or something to target like the outside of your glutes or something like that. You just learn, and it all adds up. And like I am thankful that I have been in a gym for such a long time, because now I like, especially with the gyms being closed, right, I've got equipment, I know what I'm doing at home, right, I've got lighter weights, so I'm using different techniques, right, to make the weights feel heavier.
Oh, cool.
Like I'm still getting the burn the next day, I'm still getting DOMs. Like
that's the best thing though. Once you've trained, it's like doing an ab session in the gym. You can't get better than it.
No.
In my eyes, when I'm training and my coach is like, right now it's abs, I'm like, all right, great. First thing is abs. Oh, great, I don't want to do this. But the morning after, as soon as you get out of bed, you feel it and you're like, I'm happy I've done it.
Yeah.
Because the best thing about training is the next morning when you've known, like, you know, obviously you've worked out, but when you're aching the next morning is the best. It's like, right, it's actually worked.
Yeah, it hurts, but it's a nice pain almost.
It's a pain you like.
Yeah.
in a weird way.
I think like 80% of the gym is not training, it's your recovery.
Yeah, you got.
If you go to the gym, you do all this work, right, and you then go home, right, and you just pig out for the next 2 days, right? Because say you've got a day on, day off, day on, right? You've got 48 hours before you're next in the gym.
Yeah, but you got to still, when I'm training, I still eat clean on my day off.
Yeah.
But if what I eat light, so you're putting as less calories and weight on as possible.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to. It's just hard. Like, I feel like when I'm training, especially for a fight and it's my day off, I'm like, oh sweet. I just think later, I'm like, oh, I wish I could eat this. I wish I could eat this. But you can't get a better feeling than going to the gym and just thinking,
seeing the
I've
progression.
I've lost weight on my day off. Like, wow, it doesn't get better really.
No, it is. The recovery is key to the gym, to anything really.
Yeah.
Like, you've got to really enjoy what you're doing, otherwise it's just not going to happen. Like, you're not going to hit your goals, and goals can come, goals can go, right?
It doesn't happen overnight.
It really doesn't. You set yourself a long-term goal. So you set yourself, say, oh, I want to lose a stone in, say I want to lose 2 stone in 6 months, right?
Yeah.
6 months comes round and you've put a stone on. That's because you're setting yourself so far ahead that you're not going to keep track.
Yeah.
You'll say you set that goal, you're going to want to set a goal for 3 months, and then you want to set a goal for a month and a half, 6 weeks.
Making goals and achieving them and doing them.
It puts you off. It really does. And I have made the mistake of being, I want to be able to, say, deadlift a certain amount of weight in a year's time, right? And then not set myself small goals to achieve while I'm doing that. And you get bored because all you're doing is training for that same thing. If you say, oh yeah, I want to lift, say 200 kilo deadlift in a year's time.
Yeah.
Right. But you set, I want to hit 175 in 6 months. Yeah. And I want to hit 150 in 3 months.
Yeah.
Right. You've got 3 months to work for that 150. If you then make that goal, you can then move on. If you don't make that goal, you then saying, all right, I'm now going to give myself another 2 weeks to hit that goal. Right. And that's how it works. You always try and chip off. It doesn't matter how long it takes you. You just chip away at it, and it does come. And once you hit that goal, it makes you push more. It's like winning a fight. I've never had a boxing fight in my life, but say you win a fight, you're then hungry for the next one because you just want to get that fit. You want the feeling again.
But I get what you're saying. But I've had 4 fights now. My first fight didn't go to plan really. It was the heat of the moment. I was still unfit. I was overweight, and I was like, my coach was like, all right, Billy, like, do you wanna do this? And I was like, I don't know, not yet. I'm not ready yet. I was scared to get in the ring and actually in front of all them people as well, man. It is terrifying. But I lost my first fight, and looking back at it now, I'm happy I continued doing it, because a lot of people, they're like, all right, I've done all that training for what? To lose in front of everyone that's gone out to watch me and everyone there still. But I think that's the mindset of a champion. If you lose, you're not just going to be like, right, I'm done, no more. You want to watch that fight back. You want to learn and learn what you went wrong in. And since that loss, I haven't lost since. I'm on a 3-win streak, and I'm doing very well in it. And obviously, I know with COVID, the gyms aren't open at the moment, but I've realised how much I'm missing the gym.
Yeah.
And it's just, it plays on your mind. You're like, I want to go to the gym now. You can't.
Yeah. This is what I'm saying. Like, once you get into the swing of it and you start to live and breathe it, and it's taken away. Then once it's taken away from you, you are like, just, I don't know. It's like going to the pub. Like, I think everyone can relate to me going to a pub, going out, right? Even just having a barbecue with your mates, innit? Like,
and it just gets stripped off.
Everyone wants to do it. Like, you're hungry for it. Like, you can't wait. You're watching the days go by until we can do it. Like, so
but I think the last thing that plays on people's mind as well, the last thing we're gonna probably speak about is fitness.
Yeah.
There's fit, then there's boxing fit.
Yeah.
In my eyes, like, I used to play high standard football every week, train twice a week, and think I was very fit. No such thing. As soon as I got in that boxing gym, I was blowing out my arse. I can see where you're coming from, because there's no way I could do 12 3 rounds. Yeah, 12 3-minute rounds. Yeah.
But yeah, I think I can relate boxing fit to being CrossFit fit. Yeah. Because CrossFit, you're doing hundreds of reps. You're doing multiple runs. going at 100% for as long and as quickly as possible, right?
Yeah.
You see these competitions, right? They're running like 100 meters, doing a rope climb, running back, and then they've got to like drag like a trolley with like 50 kilos worth of weight behind them for like 50 meters, and then run and climb the rope again, and then they got to run it, and then they got to climb, and they are literally like continuously going at 100%, and
100 miles an hour.
yeah, literally, like, and to get to that standard of fitness, it's just like,
it don't happen overnight. That's for one thing.
It is a long process.
Yeah, you gotta train for ages for that to happen. Like, you can't be in shape after your first training session. I know, like, everyone thinks they do the ab workout and then they pump iron on their arms, and you're like, they just think they're like big now. It's just not. You just gotta take your time and actually want to achieve it.
Yeah.
And the more your mindset is the hardest thing. That's what I'm saying. Like, you got to actually want to do it. And if you don't want to do it, just don't start.
Yeah.
So
there's no point of starting something if you're not going to finish it.
Because with the boxing preparation, it is lonely. Like, I know there's people in the gym with you, your teammates, your coaches, but on that night of the fight,
you're in the ring by yourself
and your opponent, and you got to be mentally there. If you're not,
you do. It is like mentally strong. You got to be more mentally strong than your opponent.
Of course.
Because I know for a fact that you watch their fights and they watch your fights, and they're going to be preparing for what you've done, and you're going to be.
It's mainly more your coach that watches it, and then you got to learn what they're teaching you about their opponent.
Yeah.
But the thing is, when you're in that ring, that guy across from you is there to knock you out.
Yeah.
So you can't think, right, he's going to knock me out. I don't want to do this. If that's your mindset,
you're going to lose.
You're going to lose. You got to be like, all right, he's going to knock me out, but I'm not going to let him knock me out. I'm going to knock him out.
Yeah.
Then if you got a mindset like that, you're going to win.
Yeah.
So you can't just think negative all the time. You've always got to think positive in boxing. Because if you don't, you're going to get found out and you're going to get hurt.
Yeah.
So I guess that's it for today's video.
Yeah, guys, go like, subscribe, hit the bell icon so you never miss an episode. I do have a fitness Instagram as well. It'll be in the description. If you want to go and follow that, ask me any questions that you might have about the gym. If you just want some small advice. Yeah.
Thanks for watching.
See you later.